orca encounter. This is a brand new presentation where you, our park guests, are going to get an opportunity to learn a little bit more about our whales and see how we care for them each and every day. Here at SeaWorld San Diego, we are home to 11 whales, and they range in size from the Maya at about 1,500 pounds all the way up to her dad, who you guys just met, at just under 10,000 pounds. We also have a large age range. Maya, she is 2 years old, and our oldest whale is 53 years old. They also have a large amount of food range. So just like you and I, they're going to eat a variety of different amounts of food. Maya's going to eat about 57 pounds of fish per day, whereas her dad, Ulises, he can eat up to 200 pounds of fish per day. As they're swimming around, take a look at that dorsal fin on their back. That dorsal fin does not have any bone structure to hold it straight up. So one of the big questions we get asked is, why do some of the dorsal fins curve? Well, without that bone structure, over time, if they spend the majority of the time at the surface of the water, whether it's here at SeaWorld or out in the wild, it can start to droop over. Contrary to that dorsal fin, the pectoral flippers on either side of their bodies do have a bone structure. In fact, if you were to take an x-ray of their pectoral flippers and an x-ray of your hand, they're going to look pretty much the same. They're going to use these paddle-shaped flippers for steering and stopping. You guys can give Shouka a nice big wave. Another big question we get asked is, do the whales talk to each other? Killer whales communicate in a variety of different ways, and one way is by producing a sound through their blowhole. They can manipulate the muscular flap within that blowhole to make a variety of different vocalizations. Let's listen. That's our favorite, by the way. So each type of killer whale, each pod has their own dialect, their own unique set of calls. But sometimes they're going to use their bodies to communicate. A jump like that is called a breach, where they're making a sound at the surface of the water. When they use their bodies to slap the water, it causes a commotion both above and below the surface of the water. This can be to display a little excitement, show a little power, or even get the attention of other whales. So we just learned how killer whales communicate with each other, but how do we communicate with them? Through hand signals. Our ongoing communication is an important part of building the strong relationships we have with the whales. Because of this connection, one thing we're able to do is train husbandry behaviors. Husbandry behaviors are behaviors that allow our whales to participate in their own health care. Now, when the whales learn to offer their tails, our veterinarians can come out and draw a blood sample from a vein that runs right at the surface of those tail flukes. So if you look across the pool there, you can see Shouka over there with Christy showing her those tail flukes. Now, slide-out behavior is a behavior that allows us to weigh the whales. If you take a look over on your left-hand side, you're going to see Shouka showing you an example of this. We're going to be able to track their weight to make sure that the calves are growing properly, and that the adults like Shouka are staying nice and healthy. High-energy behaviors such as fast swims and breaches are behaviors that you see here at SeaWorld as well as in the wild, and they allow us to make sure the whales get the exercise they need each and every day. Now, killer whales possess a large amount of power in their tail, and they can swim up to speeds of about 28 miles per hour. But what's even more impressive than that is their ability to get all of their body weight, whether it's a Maya at 1,500 pounds or Ulises at 10,000 pounds, all the way up and out of the water. Ladies and gentlemen, take a look right here in the center of the pool. We also want to make sure that their minds are challenged and stimulated. So we offer a variety of different sessions. One of those is a training session. You guys are going to get a sneak peek at one of those training sessions right now. But before we go into that training session, I'm going to go over a few tools that we utilize while training. One of those is the whistle. When we sound the whistle, it tells the whales that they have done the correct behavior. We also have a sound that plays underneath the water that does the same thing. It tells them that they have done that correct behavior, but it allows us to tell them that no matter where they are in their environment. We also have a target pole. It's that big long stick with the buoy on the end that Connor's holding right there. And the whales are trained to touch different parts of their body to the tip of that bead. That allows us to shape the behaviors, whether it's right here in front of us or out in the middle of the pool, just depending on how long that target pole is. Now we talked about us using our hands to communicate with them. So to get that hand signal paired with that behavior, we're going to train all of our behaviors in baby steps or approximations. And we'll be showing them that hand signal each time we start shaping that behavior. That way, when we get to the end of the behavior, we have a way to be able to communicate with them. Alright, so the behavior you guys are going to get to watch right now is a behavior that he kind of already knows. So it's called a center fast swim. The whales all know a fast swim around the perimeter of the pool. And what we're looking for him to do now is do that fast swim just straight down the middle of the pool. So there he goes. He did an excellent job on that. Now having him do it in the center of the pool is just a little bit of a context shift, a little bit of a change for him. Typically when they go from one side to the center of the pool, they're going to make a run where they're going to dive deep down to be able to make those high jumps that you guys see. Well, now we're asking him to stay at the surface of the water. So he's a little bit further along in the training than some of our whales. He doesn't need all of the help that some of the whales need, but what we can do to start with is kind of have him follow a target pole out to the center of the pool and then connect with that other target pole all the way over and across. Just nice and slow so he understands that he's going just in a nice straight way. Alright you guys, so take a look. She's going to show him that signal. Here he goes, and he did an excellent job to start with. So she actually told him that he had a really great attitude, he had great energy starting. So I'm going to tell you good job right before you even continue that behavior. So that's another tool that we can utilize is by telling him a good job in different places of that training. Now you also might notice that she's reinforcing with him with a variety of different things. We can give them fish, of course. We can also give them ice, snow, jello, a nice big rub down. So those are all different ways that you can reinforce him. So he did an excellent job on that one again. You can see that ice cube. Just gave him a nice big ice cube, just give him a different temperature, different texture inside their mouth. And he did an excellent job, guys. Another role that our whales fulfill here at SeaWorld is participation in research. Our whales participate in a variety of research projects with scientists from across the country. In 2016, they actually participated in 9 different research projects. Scientists can use this information to help wild populations. Alright you guys, it is my favorite part of the presentation where you guys get an opportunity to see just what our killer whales are capable of. Are you ready? Alright, take it away! Great job, Ulises and Shouka! Orcas truly are an amazing species, but their ocean habitats are facing a lot of challenges. Small things like recycling and eating sustainable seafood can make a big difference. It's our world, it's our chance, let's make it right. Thank you all so much for joining us, and we hope you return this summer when Orca Encounter opens. Enjoy the rest of your day here at SeaWorld. Bye-bye, everybody!
Yeah.